Did it work? Oh, my mic wasn't on. Is yours on?
Yeah.
Okay. I always do that. I turn it off. Okay, I could take her to Maria.
Come on, girl. Are we gonna go?
Yeah. Oh.
We're ready.
Sorry. You adjusted, so now I have to. Okay. Hey, I'm Haley.
And I'm Jesse.
And you're listening to Personality Hire.
the podcast where today we're gonna blow your mind.
Ooh.
Are you ready?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, having your mind blown is kind of intimidating.
I know, but when's the last time you genuinely had your mind blown?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Or someone told you something where you were like, what?
Honestly, once a week. I'm not
Really?
going to lie. I am constantly shocked at the things that people do and say. Oh, I just saw a TikTok this morning, where you put your laundry basket in the dryer and you put it like upside down, and it has to be one of those like square rectangular ones, and you have to have a certain dryer, right? Like I can't do this in my dryer, but then you just turn the inside, the like, what do you call that? The basin, the turning thing. You turn it with and all of the laundry, obviously, because of gravity, falls into your laundry basket.
Oh.
And then you pull it out.
Okay.
So you don't have to, it just saves you a few seconds. But I was like, kind of blows my mind that no one's shown me that before. We've had these types of dryers for years and years.
I didn't know that either. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I think that hacks and stuff like that, I still get my mind blown. I think now get my mind blown.
It's about facts.
From more about like watching kids do stuff, because a lot of times kids will figure out a different way to do something that I'm like, that's one way to do it. And I didn't know that way existed until you showed me that way to do it, because they're just out here living life free, footloose, fancy free. They're making it up as they go.
Making it up.
We have a special guest. Come here, Murphy. Murphy's made an appearance. Can you guys see Murph? I don't know if you can see Murphy.
He's so pretty.
Come here, kitty cat.
I don't know how to call cats. You have to like ignore them. Like,
Yeah, you kind of just got to be cool about it.
okay, like I don't even like want you to be here, but like
kinda
if you
just
need
gotta-
to, like,
Murphy.
just kidding. I really want you to be here.
Murphy's a ragdoll cat. I recently found out today.
Absolutely stunning. Looks like a fake cat.
Stunning.
We'll like have to insert. Remind me to put in our dump a picture of Murph.
Before I was a full-time podcaster, as I am now, I'm a recovering public relations professional. And one of the brands that I did PR for was a cat litter brand. And this cat litter brand is all natural. And cats are so specific. They're so particular about everything, and their personalities are just they're not gonna placate to anybody.
No.
They're just gonna be exactly who they want to be. And I like that.
Well, I will say, I used to like have not beef. I just like wasn't used to cats. And I am so used to dogs, like when you cuddle and play and like whatever. I love dogs. But then I realized how simple cats were, like how they take care of themselves and they don't need as much. And I'm like, dang, actually it sounds very appealing. And if you get the right cat that like wants to like you and like wants to give you the time of day and let you like cuddle with it, that'd be amazing. Because my dog takes a lot of work to even let her cuddle me, because she wants to stare at me. She wants to be under me at all times, but under my feet, which is not the most fun thing, which I'm honestly running on steam right now, because last night she woke me up at 3:30 a.m. And famously, I cannot go back to sleep for a hot second, even if I'm the most exhausted after I've been woken up, which scares me for the possibility if I'm going to be a mom, God willing, one day. But she was just scratching her ear at 3:30 a.m. And I woke up and I yelled. I said, "Stop, Mama, no, don't." And she probably looked at me like, girl, I had an itch. But I'm like, you woke me up. And then I stayed up until like 5:30. When my alarm went off, I go, you and me, we're not friends today. Even though she's my best friend. But
obviously. Have you seen the movie Cats with James Corden and Taylor Swift?
I haven't, but it's because I'm afraid I'm like not going to sleep because of that.
I saw it in a movie theater.
Ooh, kind of scary.
Terrifying. It was crazy. It was crazy.
We don't need a live action Cats.
We also did we, oh, this is more of a question. Did we need another remake of Snow White?
No. Isn't there like 87? We didn't. And then they chose someone who they knew was going to be, some might say, insufferable in their interviews. And I think that's always interesting when we choose people. And that's why we need to let casting actually cast and let the creatives create, because we're really, who's making these big decisions are not casting directors. It's people who are wearing suits, who just crunch numbers, who are thinking solely on money and like who's hot. Like they're not actually thinking like who would be cool to be around.
Well, like the studio, that show that Be Smooth put me onto with Seth Rogen in it, I really do feel like that's kind of probably an accurate look at how some of the decisions get made when it comes to filmmaking.
Yeah, it's not like, especially like, it's so awesome. Like I made sure that I went up to every decision maker the other day on set and I was like, hey, thank you so much for having me, because I know that everyone had to say yes to me. Mm-hmm. And even though it wasn't like a big, huge deal, which I like, by the way, I have so much stuff that I mean, it honestly, it was. And it is, because the things I got to witness were incredible. And like,
you guys are going to be so proud of Haley when we're able to talk more about it. You are going to be so proud of Haley.
You're just going to be like shocked at who I got to rub elbows with all day. And it was so much fun. It was a blast. But I made sure I went up to everybody, because I know how hard it is. Like, especially because you go up for all these, I go up for a range of roles, right? Like some that are like one line. And then I also go up for things that are like supporting leads of things, which I think half the time is just like, I could be a wild card, or it could be like, let's just get you seen by these people. Because if you get passed on, then you're going to give producers, directors these ideas to start pushing for you. But at the end, the studio, or they just say the studio, essentially, they have to pass off on you. Like they have to say yes or no, which stinks sometimes, because then you're like, I'm no shade, but those people usually don't have the correct vision in mind. Mm-hmm. They just want to make money. So they're like, Snow White, let's do it again. Let's make it. And also what they do when they make those movies is that they try to make them palatable for everyone. No, make it either for the kids, make it for the adults. I mean, and then if you're smart enough and you're good enough, you can make it work for both. But I think they were trying to aim to like make that movie fit for every type of person who could go to the movies.
I don't know much about it, other than I probably will see it because I got a kid, and sometimes you get bored and that's what you do.
Yeah.
But the only thing I also know about it was that
I'll see it eventually.
They CGI'd the dwarfs and they hi-hoed them right into the stratosphere of CGI. I just heard that they look a little bit off. They do, which also, if we're trying to be inclusive, which I'm all for, then I find it hard to believe that you cannot find actors that are little people. Is that what is the correct? I think
dwarfism.
I think it's little people. I think
little people
prefer little people. Mm-hmm.
So I find it hard to believe that you couldn't find actors who are talented enough. And also, like, I'm so sorry.
They did cast a little person though, and like just they did cast a little person, not as a dwarf, but there is a little person in there. I think he might be kind of like the hero of the story, actually.
Okay, good. I thought they cast. I wish I could pull this up. Can you look up the cast names of the new Snow White? Be Smooth. Thank you so much. Smooth. But I thought originally they cast like a normal size actor or a typical size,
average
height actor. Sorry, I was like choking on that. I had no idea what to say. But And then they just copied and pasted him, and they made him smaller, which I think is like, hello?
Yep.
They didn't even do that for Willy Wonka.
So Martin Klebold or Klebold? Martin Klebold, who played Mini-Me in Austin Powers, is Grumpy.
Wait, I thought he
that's
passed
Vern
away.
Troyer. I thought he passed.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
I've seen him in the airport. He's in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, okay, got it. I love that you're like,
Okay.
I've seen him in the airport.
Right, I saw him in the
Live
airport.
action.
I was like scared for a second. I was like, he's back.
Vern Troyer.
I didn't know that.
He did,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was very sad. But I think they should have. I mean, that's I again, as an actor, like, I don't want you to need so many redheads and then only cast one, and then just CGI the rest of us.
Yeah, I don't know about the logic behind not using real little people for dwarves, aside from the fact that I heard that they weren't human. They had made these dwarves
Okay.
were not considered to be human in this version. They were more creatures. And that was just another choice that I had read that they kind of made. But anyway,
Which I think creatively, that's an interesting choice. I don't know if that I would have made that.
the other thing
But-
that I
It's not my movie.
saw recently was that in the new Minecraft movie, these kids are going in and there's a scene where Jack Black makes some sort of like a joke, or
Yeah, what is
there's
it he
something,
says?
I don't know. I think it has to do with the chicken. I'm not
Yeah,
quite sure.
he's like chicken something, Colby chicken or something.
But these kids have invented
they all
this
yell it.
trend where they get on each other's shoulders in the movie theater and they go buck wild, and they throw their popcorn everywhere and their candy, and they're leaving the theaters in disarray.
oh gosh, that's
And
not
they're
good.
and the theaters are saying, please don't come here and act buck wild. Please keep your popcorn in the container. Please keep your friend off your shoulders.
It's
And
liability.
enjoy the feature film in your chair.
Enjoy Jack Black, which
But
I love Jack
I have
Black.
to say though, in some parts of me are like, you know what? It's getting kids out to the theater. And
That's important.
It's kind of like a harmless prank. Like, I understand
is.
it's not cool to have the theater workers need to clean up after all these kids. I understand
that's
that
not
part.
cool.
I totally get that's not cool. But I am kind of like, you know what? Like, let's bring back like kids doing like silly, harmless-ish
Pranks,
things.
yeah.
you know.
Also, let's bring back going to the movie theater. Also, I've only seen the video where they all just yell the prank. They all yell the line at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
which the whole theater like erupts and they all giggle and laugh. And I thought that was sweet. So
Yeah.
I don't know. And I have no comment on Snow White after that. Rachel Zegler and Zegler.
I think you make good points. I like your opinion. That's why I wanted to ask you.
Yeah, I think that's
You got a 1.6 out of 10 on IMDb.
What about on Rotten Tomatoes?
ooh.
40%.
40. Oh, that's better
That's
than I thought it
actually
was going to
pretty
be.
good. Rotten Tomatoes is like low key. They're harsh, but you know what? Sometimes I look back at movies and I'm like, you're right. I love this movie at the time, but you're right.
One thing that I do like that's kind of like a mom hack. I know a lot of moms already do this, but there is a website called Common Sense Media. And if you're ever in doubt about if it's appropriate for your kid, regardless of what the rating is of the movie or even
Yeah,
the
because
video game,
it gets dicey sometimes.
you can go and there are real parents that make these reviews and they rate the movie, so you can see even if it's PG, sometimes these people don't recommend that you see it until you're much older or whatever. So anyway, I highly recommend commonsensemedia.com if you are in limbo about like letting your kids see something specific. It really is very helpful.
That's awesome. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
And I have not heard of that website. So thanks for telling me.
Common sense.
Common sense. Also, I wanted to say something else going on in Le Media right now is Gypsy Rose Blanchard, friend of the pod.
In my wildest dreams. Talk about
Yeah.
blowing my mind.
Yeah,
That
but-
would be excellent.
She is 4 months hello 4 months
Months.
4 months postpartum and has shown her 45-pound weight loss, which is crazy. And I just want to say a few things for Gypsy. I'm proud of her. You know why? She has experienced more life, albeit a little crazy, since leaving incarceration. She has been married, divorced, boyfriend. She has gotten pregnant. She has had child. She has lost weight. I just went
Got a
to
haircut.
Yes, got a slay haircut. Got new teeth. I went to her TikTok because you sent me one of her dancing, and I was just like, I'm actually like excited well, obviously I'm excited for her because she's like being normal. Like she's having a normal life. And like, I bet she never thought she could have that. I thought that was cool. And she was doing like reviews. Like I was like, she's being very like, I don't know her personality yet. Or I don't even know if she knows her personality yet because she's been like, you know,
she's probably still figuring out who she is.
I mean, which is so relatable. We all are, but you can tell she's like doing this influencer voice. And I was like, this is sweet. And I was like, good for her. She's done so much.
She's done a lot. I
still concerned about her.
Yeah.
And in the most loving way. Like I'm not telling her to do anything. I just wish she didn't have to be in the media as much as she is because
that's my question to her. My question to her would be if this was not an option for you, like if you could do something else, if you could maybe maintain a job that's
of normalcy,
that's not public facing, what would that be? And would you choose that rather than this? Or do you feel like because of your circumstances, you have no other choice than to lead a life like this? I'd love to hear her talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
I wonder if deep down as she figures out who she is more and more, if she'll figure out who she wants to be in terms of like a way to make money, honestly.
And she could
and
also
provide for her kid and all that good stuff. It's just a situation that's so unique that I find it really difficult to have an opinion on anything to do with her because her situation is so
also it's
out
like
there.
An opinion that's like worth nothing about, you know what I mean? Like our opinions about Gypsy Rose Blanchard they're irrelevant. Like we could think a thing. I was concerned about her becoming a mother so soon after, like, I just felt like she had so much responsibility on her whole life. And that was just my opinion. Right. And obviously she's okay. She's fine, which is great.
Yeah.
But I wonder, and I think about this, especially with I don't know if you heard about, and this is, a few weeks ago, but Hailey Bieber, it came out that there were some companies coming out and paying people to make videos, like smear videos about Hailey Bieber.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
And that's kind of like how things started swirling up a few weeks ago when we were talking about the 5 million part series that they did about Hailey,
right,
whatever. And then they're like, Justin's not okay. He's not okay. And he's coming out and he's yelling at paparazzi. And then I heard this opinion that I was like, wouldn't you yell at the paparazzi too after all this time? Like he knows those paparazzi, like they are the same men that stand up. He knows them by name. I'm sure he's had good conversations with them before because that's kind of how it works. But maybe, I don't know. I just feel bad for them. And I wish they could find a life outside of LA and outside of that fishbowl, because it's like how exhausting to have so many opinions about yourself all the time. I was just telling her I just started watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta from the start, and I'm on season 2 now. And Candy, she was like reading blogs, because again, this was years and years ago. She was reading blogs and just all the opinions people had about her fiance. And I was like, dang, that's so annoying.
I think the thing now that I find that I ponder most about like where we're at in space and time right now when it comes to celebrities is the parasocial relationships that people have with these people. And that's where these opinions stem from a lot of the time, is that we have so much access to people in their personal lives that we feel like we know them enough to have these opinions, or enough to speak out on them, even in a way that's so unwarranted and unfounded. And we have these weird one-sided parasocial relationships with celebrities or people that are just public facing, and it's really wild. Like I hear a lot of, I listen to so many podcasts, obviously, and I hear a lot about these people who they say that when people approach them, these celebrities, when people approach them to either like talk to them or get an autograph or a photo, whatever, the way they speak to them is so familiar and almost crosses a boundary, because they have so much information on who they are, and they've thought about it so much that they feel entitled to speak on their lives in a way that's like a friend would almost, or a family member would. And it's wild, because even though the perception is you have all this access to them and that you know them so well through what they've decided to say in an interview, you really, really only know what they've chosen to say about themselves. Same way any other relationship would be. You only know the person as well as they're willing to let you get to know them. And the opinions that people have, they're so they're just so staunch in them as well.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just truth to them. It's just like the truth.
Yeah, you can't talk them out of it.
And it's crazy. It really is wild. I mean, that's just crazy. That's just kind of like the way of the world now, I guess.
I know, but that's like, I mean, and that's kind of how I feel about, I don't know, that perspective about Hailey and Justin made me think differently about also every celebrity, but also like Gypsy Rose Blanchard. And I'm like, all the opinion, which that's how I felt before, right? But I wasn't putting them on the same level. I was saying, I want Gypsy to be safe. Like, I want her to go live her truth and like figure out who she is without a camera in front of her face all the time, because then you open yourself up for all this judgment. Like, I even think about, I'm so thankful that when I was in high school or elementary school, I didn't have TikTok. So I didn't feel the pressure to perform, because I am a performer. I would want to perform. I feel the pressure now. And even like having a podcast, I'll have people come up to me and say things. And I'm like, how did you know that? And I'm like, oh yeah, I said it on the parade. Y'all are getting some real good stuff now. And I hope this always remains in us, but we forget sometimes that other people will hear this.
One person that I still am really rooting for is Amanda Bynes.
Every day. Which, you know, she's going by a different name. I don't remember what it is, but she is going by a different name now. And now she's an artist, and she's trying to stay away from the camera. She started that podcast for a second. I think she did 1 or 2 episodes, and she goes, nah, I'm good. I think she realized, I just don't want to be in the spotlight.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really care what it is that she does as long as she's happy. But I do think that I feel this, again, parasocial relationship with her because I watched her grow up on TV on Nickelodeon, and I watched her show. And so I want what's best for her because of my mind. I'm like, well, she did something for me. She helped me laugh when I was younger. So I hope that something good happens to her now that she's kind of like, unfortunately had some repercussions from that were like terrible, honestly. But anyway, Gypsy Rose throwing it in a circle on TikTok, girl, just like everybody else.
Yep. Which is crazy.
You live whatever level of normalcy feels right for you on the inside.
Yeah. Absolutely. And that's all I have to say about that.
I love it.
Should we get to our questions?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So Hailey,
that's our opinions on not having opinions, but also having opinions.
Girl, we be full of opinions.
Which again, like we said last episode,
it's all
we could be
fun.
wrong. Yeah, and we could be wrong. We're just being silly goofy.
Mood.
So just like chill.
And in the spirit of silly goofy, we're gonna do would you rather questions.
Scary.
I just wanted to.
I can't wait. I'm excited.
These are from Reddit. Which
so we're gonna pass back and forth, or how are we gonna do this? Are you just gonna read it and then you answer and then I answer?
Yeah. These are from Reddit, so you know these people are unhinged, which is why I chose it. Because these people are always in a silly goofy mood on Reddit. So first one is, would you rather have an obsessive insane person love you or hate you?
Oh, that's love.
Like, would you rather them be so obsessed with you, with loving you and wanting to like be in love with you, or just absolutely hate your guts and their obsession is hating you?
Well, haters are my motivators, but
slay.
Are they going to murder me either or way? Can we take murder out of the equation? Can they not murder me?
Sure.
Like they won't murder me. They're just going to either hate me so much or love me so much.
But murder is out of the equation, but that doesn't mean that they couldn't do like, maybe they're going to like
pull pranks
or just like bash you online if they hate you, or leave you a bouquet of roses at your door every single day if they love you, you know, like creepy stuff like that.
I'm scared either way. I think I'd rather haters are my motivators, but I don't want someone.
I'm going to go hate, because I think it's more cowardly to hate someone than it is to love someone outwardly.
Yeah.
So I think that if you were a public hater, you're more inclined to be
a coward.
So and I'm less afraid of you.
Okay.
If you are going to be outwardly telling people how much you love me, that to me, you're batshit crazy.
Okay. Yeah.
Like you've got nothing to lose, and And, but maybe you do want the best for me, but I don't want to find out.
I don't want to find out.
So we want to be hated.
Yeah.
Love me or hate me. Still love
Dim obsession. Love me or hate me. That is the question. If you love me, then thank you. And if you hate me, then fuck you.
Yep. Okay. Would you rather be able to eat anything you want and have it be perfect nutrition, or have to only sleep 1 hour a day and be fully rested?
Eat anything I want and have the best nutrition.
Okay.
Definitely. Because actually, like, I need to go to sleep at some point just for funsies, like alone time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm a horrible sleeper, so I should want that 1 hour. But
I'm surprised. I thought you were going to choose the hour rested.
It would be so much easier for me. No, because if I had that many hours a day, the pressure would be unreal. Because now I have I do have to go to sleep or I will die. So
I'm going to choose the nutrition as well, because I genuinely like sleeping. I consider it a hobby.
Yeah, it's fun.
I like getting in bed. I like laying on a pillow.
You love it.
And so I don't.
So yeah,
I want to.
Let's not take that hobby away.
Don't.
Yeah.
And I also,
it's peaceful.
And
I love food, and I wish I could eat it all the time.
And if I knew that you were going to have me hit again all my grams of protein,
and I don't have to worry about any of that. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm eating.
Okay. Would you rather climb the tallest mountain or travel to the bottom of the sea? First of all, I'm terrified of both. I'm scared coming out of the gate.
Yeah.
Either I'm going to the top or the bottom. I'm scared.
Awful. Because the bottom of the ocean sounds scary.
People pass away trying to climb Everest.
People pass away
all
going
the time. People get the
ocean.
Yeah, they do.
If I was going to be safe both ways, maybe the ocean, because I don't think anyone's ever gone that far, because your ears will explode, won't they? Something bad.
So you're going to travel to the bottom of the ocean?
Well, if I'm going to be safe, yeah.
I'm going to go to the tallest
mountain.
And
I love water.
The bottom of the ocean, we don't know what's going on up there. Maybe we should send Katy Perry to the bottom of the ocean. If Katy Perry is interested, she's good enough to go up into orbit on the pencil eraser. Maybe we need to see if she wants to go to the bottom of the ocean and see what kind of freaky frack stuff's down there. Because she might not have run into an alien in outer space.
She'd take her little sharks from the Super Bowl performance too.
There's going to be an underwater alien for sure, without a doubt. The things down there are creepy. Let's see if Katy Perry wants to get down there. Okay. That's what I'm going to say about that. Okay. Would you rather be able to converse with animals or have lifelong fluency in every human language?
Every human language. Wait. I was going to say, because this is so evil.
This is fitting of the Snow White. Yeah. Couldn't she kind of she had like a special,
yeah. Or animals love her. I would want both. So this is hard because I'm like, I could make so much moolah being able to speak all these different languages, but I could also make so much moolah because people love their pets. And I could be like, I'll tell you what they're saying. Mm-hmm. And I like the wolves that are going extinct, all these things. I could be like, guys, what can we do? And they're going to be like, can you stop going up into space and polluting the air? Can you stop ordering so many Amazon packages? Can you stop Jeff Bezos?
And then we'd be like, nope, sorry.
Sorry. Gotta have my pops. Yeah.
Sorry. So wait, which one are you thinking then?
Shoot. I wish I could ask my dog things all the time. I'm like, girl, what is you doing?
I don't give one what an animal thinking. I want to speak
but I do think I want to do every language.
I want to speak every language. I want to be a linguist. I want to know. I want to be able to go to anywhere and chitty chat with the people. That's what I want to do.
I'm going to do that. Yeah.
And then
we could team up. I could take one, you could take the other, and we could help each other out.
Yeah, I mean,
business wise.
Okay, Pinky, I'm down.
Okay,
let's do it.
Oh, let's go, brain.
A friend of mine. Okay, wait, no. Would you rather have an extra arm or an extra leg?
Extra leg to run very, very fast.
Extra arm.
I don't want either, girl.
Is my extra leg coming out? I envision it coming out of my tailbone like a kickstand.
Oh, I can't. I thought the center.
Out of the center? Like out
I just feel like, where do I have space? Like,
Mine's coming out of the back.
Okay.
Because then I'm picturing like I've always got a seat. Like I could always like sit back on that one foot and give my other legs a rest. Like it's like a unicycle without the cycle. It's just the foot, but I can always like kick back on it, you know?
Does it walk with your other legs? Like, are we like
in my scenario, mine's just
because this is me. So I'm like,
in my scenario, mine's just like kind of
also the squats
back there. Where would your third arm go then? Out of the center? If you're going center, you're going to go center as well?
Yes, like
mine's going in the back. Mine's going in the back. Because if I have a leg back there,
well, you don't have the leg. You either have the leg or the arm.
I know, but then I would also like if the leg went away, I'd put the arm in the back because I don't want it to impede on what's going on in the front. On my chest.
You heard that, right?
I heard it, but no one else did.
Okay, cool. That was heard it.
Bryce heard it.
Be smooth heard it all the way over there. My stomach just growled.
Final answer: third arm or third leg.
Oh my gosh, that's really hard. Leg.
I'm going third arm because if somebody's coming up behind me to attack me and my third arm's on the back,
You're gonna go like
I'm
this.
gonna bitch slap you.
Yeah.
I'm going third arm. Again, the yin to my yang.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Would you rather change sexes every time you sneeze
No.
or not know the difference between a baby and a muffin? Again, Reddit coming in hot.
A baby and a muffin because I already want to like take a little bite out of a baby.
Change sexes every time you sneeze or not know the difference between a baby and a muffin. Yeah, but then what if you eat a baby?
No,
you're
I'm gonna be careful, or I just never eat muffins. I'm not attached to muffins, guys.
Okay.
So I can do a nibble, and I can hold a muffin. Like I'd be fine with that. I never want to be a man. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go.
I really like being a woman, even though it's really hard out here.
I don't. But I mean, like, the other part of that is like, let's say you sneeze and I became a man. I sneeze in threes. So would that mean I'm gonna go?
You'd go male, female, male. And then you're stuck as male, until the next time you sneeze. And then you do
I always sneeze in
male.
threes. I'll go baby and muffin too then.
Yeah.
Wait, so I'm going woman to man, then I'm going man to woman, then I'm going woman to man again. Yeah, no, yeah. I'm gonna do the baby.
That'll be complicated.
I'm gonna do the baby muffin.
I'm doing baby muffin.
Yeah, I'm not gonna risk that. I don't want to kickstand in the front for real. You know what I'm saying? Only a leg. Okay. That one's inappropriate. I'm not reading that one whatsoever. I'm not reading that one either. Okay. Would you rather have the light? Okay, if you were locked in a room full of spiders,
no.
Would you rather have the lights on or off?
Oh my gosh, what a diabolical question!
I'm going lights on because I'm going to fight back.
Because I need a fighting chance.
Which is also why I want a third arm because me and my I
need my third leg so I can stomp on.
Right.
Them. I'm not touching those with my hands.
I'm going fist and I'm pop, 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 pop.
I'm stomp, stomp, stomp. Look, I got all these three
legs. There she goes. So we're going lights on though, right?
Lights on.
I'm not going to go out. I'm just going to let them.
Yeah, I got to try.
No, yeah, I got to try. Would you rather have hair for teeth or teeth for hair?
Gosh darn it.
Hair for teeth?
I'm gagging. Hair for teeth. I hate it.
I'm going teeth for hair.
Teeth for hair because I need to chew food.
You know why? Because also I envision I could at least like make sure they look nice. You know, like I could like, yeah, I could do something to them to like, I could like whiten them.
Yeah.
And I could like take care of them.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm going to change questions.
Okay. Yeah.
It's so gross.
Yeah. We can change questions. Would you rather be able to turn invisible, but it's only your body and not any clothes or anything else, or be able to fly, but it only works while you're in the sitting position?
Fly sitting for sure. For sure. Because then I would have to strip down every time I wanted to be invisible.
This person's point is if you turn invisible and you have to strip down, like you're
then
invisible,
when you're not invisible,
but then when you, but if you can't control when you have to become visible again, everyone's going to see you
naked.
Yeah.
I'm flying sitting.
I'm definitely going to fly sitting.
Yeah.
That actually sounds pretty comfortable.
That's already what we do.
Preferred position
when we fly.
Yeah. You're sitting.
I don't want to be like this.
Would you rather have Jurassic Park be real or Ghostbusters be real?
Ooh, I feel like Ghostbusters is real.
I'm going Jurassic Park.
So yeah, Jurassic Park.
Because I know that they're big, but I don't know if dinosaurs were the smartest. I know that they weren't. I don't know. I think that
Yeah, I would say Jurassic Park, but I already think Ghostbusters is real. For like, you know what I mean? Like, I think there's spirits.
Oh, this is a good one. We might end on this one. I don't know. I've got more. Would you rather be very beautiful and have diarrhea forever, or very ugly and safe from diarrhea for the rest of your life?
Well, I'm already number 2. Mark's safe from any kind of number 2 situation. Darn it. I'd rather be beautiful and poop.
That's the right question. That's the right answer, because
that's a no-brainer.
Your stomach's always going to be flat.
Yeah.
So you're going to be hot with a flat stomach.
Also, you're not going to feel like the feeling of being bloated is which the state I live in. It is so not fun. And when I'm not feeling bloated, that's a rarity. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not bloated right now. And I can feel it. And I feel like I could do so much. Like your brain fog when you're bloated, like all the things. Definitely beautiful, pooping all the time.
Okay.
IBS.
A lot of these are just absolutely. Oh, okay. This one's for Katy Perry. Would you rather live? Would you rather live in the South Pole or in space?
South Pole.
What's the South Pole?
I don't know what the South Pole is, but I'd rather live there. It's on the Earth.
Antarctica is the South Pole?
I thought that was the North Pole. Is it both? Yeah, I was like, oh wow. Do I not know what the map is? Like,
I'm having a hard time. Where's the South Pole? I mean, I know where Santa lives.
No, that isn't.
Antarctica?
So what's the North Pole? Canada?
Yeah, North Pole is like near
Greenland?
Like Svalbard, or like
What's
it Svalbard?
that?
Is Svalbard really close to
Is that Canada?
No.
So Antarctica is near the bottoms. So like near why can't we think of where places are right now? Argentina.
Argentina.
Okay.
Yeah, below Argentina.
So it's hot.
No, it's cold. The Antarctica is cold.
Yeah, but Argentina
because it's furthest from the equator. Argentina is close to the equator, which is the line that goes in the middle.
Yeah, but which one do you want to live in, South Pole or space?
South Pole. I said it. I want to be on Earth. I'll get a parka.
I'm gonna go space.
I'll adjust.
I'm gonna go space, but once I get up there,
no telling what you're gonna do.
No telling. I'm not coming back down.
Her glam's gonna look great.
My glam's
just
gonna
like
look great.
putty.
I'm gonna wear one of them special fits. Should I choose one more?
Yes. I'm like having fun.
This is it.
Okay.
Would you rather have ham hands or an armpit that dispenses lotion?
Lotion.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
For sure.
If I could ham hands,
do you think
what are you gonna do with that?
Do you think that your body makes the lotion, or do you think that you have to like refill your armpit with your
I think
preferred
it makes
lotion?
Ugh.
Okay, that could be dicey.
But what if it makes it a good lotion? Like what if it's like,
because it's nature's lotion?
Yeah, it's like beef tallow.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Oh my gosh. That's horrid.
Yeah, that one was wild.
Would you rather go to space for 11 minutes with Katy Perry?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to choose someone who's harmless because I have some other ones in my mind that I'm like, those aren't harmless and we're going to start a riot. Or who don't you like?
Who don't I like?
I mean, you don't have feelings about Katy Perry though. She's just being insufferable.
No, I'm just giving her the razzmatazz she deserves. Come on, Katy Perry. You knew people were gonna razz you for this.
What's that? Shia. Who's that? Why am I forgetting her name? She married to Jason Sudeikis, dated Harry Styles.
Oh,
Olivia Wilde.
Yeah.
Olivia Wilde. Would you like to go to space with her? Oh no. Jordan Andrews. No, Jordan. His last name's Jordan. Football player. Or is that his first name? You know, the one who like does ayahuasca and hurt his ankle, played for the Jets. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Andrews is a Zeta Slam. And she okay, Aaron Rodgers or Katy Perry. Would you want to go to space with either of them?
I don't know who Aaron Rodgers is. I'll go. Like if I had to go with somebody,
I would go with Katy Perry.
I would go with Katie because I would be like, we have so much to talk about
in 11 minutes.
And you and I, like, I would hope that she would get out of the spacecraft this go around. Instead of kissing the ground, she'd kiss me and go, I'm healed. I'm cured. Jessie Ford Bacon took me to outer space. She taught me a thing or two, and now I am not insufferable.
In 11 minutes.
I have become just sufferable, not insufferable.
I think she's also funny.
I think that she's probably really a fucking fun time.
Yeah.
I bet she is a really fun time. I think this is my last one for you, for real.
Okay.
Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
Okay, wait, hold on. 100 duck-sized horses. Oh, so cute. And then
you're fighting them though. You're fighting 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
I'm doing the one
horse-sized
and I'm just
duck?
gonna get on its back because it's not like ducks can go like twist their head all the way around. So I just need to get on its back.
I literally was thinking to myself, I would mutton bust that horse-sized duck.
Yeah,
that was what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I was thinking that I would.
I'd be mutton busting.
I would be mutton busting it, and I would take it down.
Yeah,
and I don't know if I would take it down, but I think I might annoy it to the fact that it might just be like it would fly away.
Running, yeah,
because ducks can fly. You know,
yeah, it would fly away.
They're a bird of flight.
Yeah, so we're gonna get it to skedaddle.
Yeah,
that one's going.
Okay, cool.
I would love to see a duck-sized horse, though.
I would not. That
so
flips
cute.
me out. That really, it actually, I mean, like there's ostriches, so that feels like a duck, horse-sized duck.
That is
vibe.
A duck is so much smaller than an ostrich.
It is, but it is, but they're the height of an ostrich. You know, like they're peculiar.
Ostriches, we don't talk about that enough.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
That is like a duck horse.
Yeah.
It's not as girthy.
It's a bird horse. It's tall,
it's
like
prehistoric,
a horse.
and I don't like that.
It is prehistoric. What else is prehistoric that you can think of besides? Aren't chickens kind of prehistoric? Crocodiles. Oh yeah. Okay, that's another one. I like crocodile. Well, I don't like I don't want to hang with them, but I think they're a cool animal.
I'm gonna
elephants.
Find it.
Elephants are huge. Elephants are so cute and gorgeous. Did you guys see the video? This is now a few weeks ago, but when the hurricane, hello, just catastrophic events. California had a few weeks ago, earthquake, and the elephants in the zoo created a circle to protect themselves. They like all ran together. It was really cute. And I mean, sad too, because you hate to see it. Also, I don't think earthquakes happen in Africa. Or Thailand. Yeah, they do. That was a lie. They do happen in Thailand. I love that
this entire episode we've just been spitting just
incorrect
about geography.
Incorrect geography. I don't know a lot about topography, geography.
I'm not a cartographer.
No,
I know.
I'm hardly a choreographer. But I think that's crazy. Also, yeah, it's crazy how much weather America has. We have tornadoes, hurricanes, mud busting. We have
because our country's big. I think that's the other thing too that a lot of I've seen a lot of conversation around how people in Europe specifically talk trash about us because they're like, you've never left your country. Like they get to travel around Europe so easily. What they don't understand is how big the United States is.
Yeah. Also,
we're big out here,
and we got a lot to visit.
We got a lot to see.
Also, it's so expensive to go overseas that like y'all don't get it. You don't come over here. Also, y'all are obsessed with us.
I want to go back,
and we're obsessed with you. To be honest,
oh, like no, I'm so obsessed.
I would personally, but I just don't like when people talk crap on. They can talk crap on our government. I would support that, but
I want to talk crap about prehistoric animals again.
Okay, yes,
because quickly, I can't remember
what
if I told you this.
What is
so
this?
they found they found woolly mammoth DNA, and now they are breeding woolly mice on their journey to bring back the woolly mammoth because
You guys, we have yet to
listen to me. Though.
find a
Hold
cure
on.
for cancer.
They are
I just like to
trying-
remind us.
This specific lab, Colossal Laboratories and Biosciences, are trying to bring back the woolly mammoth by 2028.
Okay, well, I'm gonna.
They're
need
trying
you,
to bring it back.
They brought that wolf back.
They
you see
did,
that? Yeah.
guys, and we still don't have a cure for cancer.
But we will have a woolly mammoth, and I'm gonna mutton bust that too.
Okay, well, stop, guys. Like, can we like find a way to like feed people? Can we find a way to save our like? Why are we doing this?
For some reason, we sent Katy Perry to outer space.
It's I just don't get it. I don't like. I know I'm not the brightest tool in the shed, huh? The sharpest tool in the shed. Wow, I proved that point.
I
But
want to say that this is the second episode we've done today. Okay, that's
yeah,
why maybe we're
in
not
the same
firing
outfits too, same socks.
the magic. Ooh, doodaloo. We're giving a peek behind the curtain.
Yes. We
We're
don't
in the
normally
same
do this,
outfit.
but we had to do 2 in a row. So our brains are a little skedaddled. But I don't understand that. And that's really scary. So did they make a prehistoric mouse is what you were just showing me?
Yeah, they made a woolly mouse.
A woolly mouse. A woolly
Would
mouse.
you rather be a woolly mammoth mouse?
Okay. Well, they're kind of cute. I did see that. They look like a hamster. They look like a cross between a hamster and a guinea pig with a mouse tail.
Would you rather be one,
Okay.
a woolly mammoth mouse, or would you rather be a horse-sized hamster? You have to be it. That's who you are.
So either way, I'm small.
No. A horse-sized hamster.
Oh, wow.
A horse-sized hamster, or you'd be a woolly mammoth mouse.
I
which
feel
is
like if
just
I
kinda
was a
freaky.
woolly mammoth mouse, people wouldn't try to hurt me because they're like, what are you doing here? Ariana, what are you doing here? But if I was the horse-sized mouse, people are wanting to murder me.
I'm going to be a horse-sized hamster because something about
Or
that
hamster, I'm sorry.
is Star Warsy to me.
Oh,
Isn't there
yes.
isn't there like a sort of a horse-sized hamster in Star Wars? Sort of.
They're always scooting around on
It's
something
giving me a
interesting.
Jabba the Hutt vibe, and so I'm going to go with horse-sized hamster. So maybe I can have my
I
own
like Jabba
Princess
the Hutt.
Leia,
Yeah. Moment
a baddie in a sexy outfit.
with your
But I
little
wouldn't chain 'em
cinnamon
up.
buns
Yeah.
on either side of your head. Yeah, I think that's crazy. I don't know why they be doing all that, and yet still we can't even fill the potholes here in Atlanta. Like,
Oh,
get
Mom.
a grip.
My mom needs to come pick me up.
Yeah.
because this is too much.
I make me some pizza rolls and pick me up. By the way, on my road the other day, I saw them filling potholes. I literally rolled down the windows and I said, "Thank you so much." And they're like, huh, and they laughed and they did that. And then I like drove today and I noticed that they missed some. They only did a few.
So you're taking it back?
I take it back because I'm like, did you just do the bare minimum? Did you not have enough concrete? What happened? Because there's potholes everywhere. Oh, sorry. I wanted to say this. I felt like Jesse the other day. This thing happened to me and I didn't tell you what happened, but I got out of my car. I had a bag. I had just gotten back from a trip. I had a bag, like a duffel bag.
Time out. Are you about to tell a story about you falling?
No,
Okay.
no, this is different.
I thought you were about to be like, I felt like Jesse.
No,
Because
no.
I fell on my face.
I felt like Jesse because I almost bit someone. I had a duffel bag in one arm, like a weekender bag. I also had my dog on a leash and I had Chick-fil-A in my hand with a large Diet Coke in my hand. I'm holding these things. I see a woman on her little morning power walk. And so I say, Mama, it's okay. Because when she goes to the bathroom and then she like sees someone approaching her, she's going to bark. And an older lady, sorry. When she sees someone approaching, she might lose her cool.
BARK.
Yeah.
Bark.
So anyway, I decide to then say, it's okay. So this woman sees that I'm attending to this dog, right? She passes us. Mama takes her little pee-pee. And then we get up and we start going. And she turns around. The woman stops. She turns around. She looks at me. She goes, "Are you going to pick that up?" And I go, she peed. And she goes, "Oh, It just started walking. And I was like, I am going to bite. I have not been so irrationally angry in so long. I shocked myself how mad I got. I got so mad at her for doing that because one, she had already passed me. She didn't even see what Mama did. She just assumed she pooped. Also, you're going to see it, babe. Mama has bigger poops than a human. You're going to see it. She's a German Shepherd. She didn't. And also, I'm never going to let that happen.
No.
I'm not like that. So I was just like, I hope I never see you again, lady, because I almost dropped everything, including the leash, ran after her, jumped on her back, and strangled her. And I don't know, that is not of my nature. I'm not usually like that, but I was like, are you kidding me?
I just don't like people to tell me what to do.
Yes, you hate when people tell you what to do.
I don't like people to, and I also don't like people to make assumptions. And I also just have, again, I've got a strong sense of justice. And that lady was
she didn't even say sorry.
She was using her sense of justice for evil.
And she didn't say sorry. And that was my biggest problem, that she didn't go, oh, sorry, I thought she did. She goes, I would have like, this wouldn't be a story then. But the way she was like, oh, and then just kept walking, I was like, are you okay?
I'm like, what? Picked up what? Your saggy
butt? I literally, I gave her a weird look at first, and she fully stopped, turned her full body around, and crossed arms staring at me. Are you going to pick that up? And I go, I made the most wild face at her. Crouched eyebrows, like all of it. Like, huh? I felt like Papa when her mom said, you want to move to Taiwan? That was me. I go, what? And I go, she peed, and I said it like that, so rude. I was rude too.
Good.
Because I could not believe how she did that. I don't know. I just had to tell you that.
You have to defend yourself.
It made me so upset.
People are out here crazy. People have lost it, and you have to defend yourself. Everyone should be polite, and everyone should really make sure that we are spreading good and kindness. But if somebody comes at you crazy, match their energy. Match it. You have to, because then people think that they are. Match their energy.
I could not believe that happened. I was like,
people are crazy.
Also, she saw what if I didn't pick it up right then? What if I came back also, if there was something to pick up? You saw my hands were completely full with items.
I said, you come pick it up. No,
I'm gonna be like,
you should just be like, no, I'm not. I'm not.
Like,
come eat it. Ooh, you should have said that. Good one.
I was saving it for your snack.
That honestly,
because you need to eat poop.
That's pretty cunty. I'm not gonna lie, I like it.
That's how I was feeling. I got so mad, Jesse. I was like, and I wanted to voice note you right away because I was like,
you didn't, and I'm glad you didn't, because I would have driven there. I would have gotten in my car and been like, where is she?
I was so mad. I saw her later in the day too when I was on a actual long walk with my girl, and I looked over at her. She was driving past me, and I was wearing sunglasses, so she couldn't see, but I was glaring at her.
Hate it for her.
Yeah, I might not have done it if I had sunglasses off, because I do feel bad for being sassy, but
defend yourself, defend your honor and Mama's honor.
That was crazy. It was irrational to be that angry, though. I was really quick to be like, I almost started sweating. The feeling I had, the rage, it was crazy. Yeah. Don't tell me what to do.
But we are going to tell you what to do, because we want you to please rate, review, subscribe.
Leave a comment. Send this episode to a friend.
Would you rather rate, review, or subscribe?
You have to choose one.
Or would you rather be a duck-sized hamster?
No, you have to choose between rate, review, and subscribe, and you have to do one of them.
Do it now.
YouTube, subscribe, help. Also, leave comments on stuff. It's fun.
Please. And we love you so much. I know we said this last episode, or maybe this episode, I can't remember, but our Pictionary episode finally is going to air in May.
I think that was last episode.
You're going to love it. We're going to love it.
And it's going to be so much fun.
It's going to be so
fun. Us
and
Jerry O.
Yep. And with that, we will see you next
Thursday. Janine, take us home, sis.